Welcome back to Mario Maker in the tunnel.
Hashtag street rat. B3 for life.
B3
Give me the lamp.
Just give me the lamp.
Just give me the lamp. Bryce, MD.
He's a doctor.
Bryce, are you an MD?
Question of the day, is Bryce a doctor? Oh my god, give me the lamp. You literally, this is that. This level...
Arabian night.
This literally is the level...
Like Arabian day.
That you just described. You did fan art of this level...
Without even knowing this was the level.
Without even knowing this was the level. That is insane. Hashtag street rat.
Let's not get too hasty. Still I think he's right. B3 for life. I'm the boss, bitch. I'm the boss. That's a fun time.
I can't believe that. That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was a short experience.
That was crazy to me. I know we just started. Go back and watch the end of the last episode. That was crazy. Bryce, MD, you really are a doctor. Kretch me, Kretch.
Kretch you? Kretch?
Kretch me, Kress.
Kretch me.
Kretch me, Chris.
It's like a Russian person.
Kretch me, Kretch.
You saved this, yeah?
I did not. Wait, which? Oh, I don't know, but I think I did.
Okay, this is from Bomb Solomon.
Bomb Solomon?
Bomb Solomon.
All right.
He says, "What up, brothers of beard?"
Hey.
That's us. Hi. Hello.
Great. Are there any Beard Bros moments, episodes, or bits that you catch yourself randomly thinking about that make you burst into laughter, cringe with embarrassment, or otherwise outwardly emote? Every once in a while, I think of the Same Girl song rant and legitimately burst out laughing, and it's really, really difficult to explain to people.
Don't even fucking get me on that shit. No one still figured that shit out.
Nobody knows.
Y'all think I'm crazy? Y'all think I'm nuts?
Nobody knows.
How do you have to be that dumb to realize the woman you were dating has a twin, let alone they went to the same college, same dimple, same phone color?
It's a different time.
Or sorry, the phone color was different.
Yeah.
But everything else was the fucking same. They're both single parents.
You know what would solve this problem? Is if the song was called Same Girl with a question mark at the end.
They'd give it away.
Yeah, but at least you're thinking, at least it doesn't blindside you. How many songs are there with twists that are famous? What's your favorite song with a twist besides Same Girl?
Baby, it's cold outside.
What's the twist?
It's kind of a salty feeling.
What's the twist? His eyes are just closing more and more each time. His forehead is touching his top lip.
Oh no.
You got nothing?
There's a song by the Beach Boys that's like, I'd love just once to see you. I'd love just once to see you. I'd love just once to see you in the nude. It's kind of a twist.
A little bit. You don't think he's gonna go there?
Yeah.
There.
You don't say, I would love to see you in the nude.
So is there a bit that you guys think about that makes you feel any of those three things? Cringe, embarrassment, happy?
Bits?
Like anything like you think on the show, you're like, and you just like outwardly emote?
Let's gaze.
That's because we recently started talking about that.
Also,
you know what it is?
Also because it makes me cringe.
Can I also just say too, and maybe it's just how I feel, anytime we bring up a controversial word,
like the word gay?
Like, yeah, it's like it's not so much it's controversial, so much as there's a bit of a negative connotation to like the people around the community of it, right? Like, even saying the word gay or like transgender, I'm always afraid to say those words because
you don't want to summon it.
Yes.
You don't want to summon the conversation.
No, it's not even that. I just don't want to upset anyone ever.
Here's the thing.
That's my whole vibe is.
Here's
so even just saying the word "let's gay," even though it's hysterical for what it is, I feel like
you don't want to get in trouble or something.
Yeah. The gay police is gonna
here's what I'm
gonna
tell you.
me.
I'm a gay person.
Yeah.
I speak for the whole community. The approval has been stamped.
Okay, but here's what
I'm on the council.
Here's what I'm saying, right? Here's what I'm saying.
The Jedi Gay Council.
The Jedi Gay Council.
The whole idea of like this situation is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate side effect of the fact that before you had to like go to college and be educated and like go through an entire rigmarole to like get the words that you write like written down and published in public. right? And now you can just do it from while you're shitting, right? And you know, like nothing is off limits. You know, I've been watching a lot of stuff about comedians and stuff like that, and like I feel like rather than looking at people for like one action that they've done, you have to look at the context of the action, and you have to be like, is this person being a dickhead? Like, does this person hate gay people? Like, is it this person's responsibility to make me personally happy? It's not. Holy fuck.
Cave snakes.
What's the name of this piece of art? Just real quick. This is like some... Oh, shit.
What's the name of the studio that makes Doug?
Klasky Supo?
Is that Klasky Supo?
Klasky Supo. I think Doug's Klasky Supo.
Let's find out.
You talking about that, like, the one that's like...
Yep, they make Rugrats and All Real Monsters.
Yeah, that headquarters, I don't know if they're still in business or what, but...
The building's still there.
Yeah, they still, like, Ickis is still on the building. Ickis the monster. That scream...
We didn't answer the... Oh, you said Let's Gay. We did answer it.
Yeah.
I think for me it has to be, I don't know.
But more importantly, you know, than Let's Gay, like, the point is that it doesn't matter what makes anyone cringe. You just have to, like, deal with it and, like...
Yo, this is a tight level, by the way. Difficult but tight.
You should honor the people that you look up to by giving them the freedom to, you know, speak freely to you.
I agree with that.
You know, hate speech is one thing, but rarely saying gay or transgender.
Right, don't take it out of, like you said, it's contextual.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, so look at the behavior of the person as a whole. Is this person being transphobic, homophobic, or, you know?
But,
does it really seem like I'm transphobic?
Well, yeah, we're gonna get into a real conversation. We're going to this pretty real conversation, but especially in today with the whole Me Too movement and what's been happening in Hollywood and everything, like, which I didn't think we'd ever get into on Beer Bros, but
whatever, yeah,
Beer Bros, baby.
But I think, like, if you were like in 2016, you were like, yo, Kevin Spacey is this guy, right? You'd be like, that doesn't sound like Kevin Spacey at all based on his character judgment.
Yeah.
Fair.
I guess, but it's not like that. It's not like saying the word gay, like the act is there. Like that's the act, you know what I mean? The difference between something like Me Too is like, we're talking about something that didn't happen in public, you know? So that's where the critics of that are like, yo, like, you know, you gotta believe everybody who says this because we don't know, because you don't actually know the context in like a private sexual situation between two people. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Kevin Spacey's a little different because his happened a really long time ago, and like, you know, it's up to people to decide what that is, and then all these other allegations start coming out, right? But it's all just what people say about something that you didn't see. But with this, where we're just talking about Let's Gays, and it's like hilarious because of how silly that idea is, right? Like, just because we're saying gay, or just because we're saying transgender, or whatever we're saying, people hear the word and they automatically get defensive, and they're not looking at the context, you know? They're just uncomfortable because we're saying that, and that's not my responsibility. That's what I'm saying. It's not my responsibility to make sure you don't feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's not my job. My job is to be me and do my thing. Like, I'm a comedian, I tell jokes all the time.
But you're also not out there telling, like, those jokes. You're not, like, telling...
I'm not out keeping gay people down, and I'm not out keeping trans people down, and that's not what I'm about.
Like, I don't think you guys that I've ever seen or heard have ever said anything that I can recall that was that I would be like, oh, that was rough. You know,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's rough or not is the point. The point is, there's nothing causing anybody to run out and say to me, you are a hater of gay people. You are a hater of this type of person. Like, I honestly don't care how my words reach you that much. Anyone. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah, I get you.
I think that if this relationship that we have as person that likes what I do and stranger, basically, you know, I feel like if we are going to enter into this relationship together, you got to be ready for me to say whatever I want all the time. Just because you've taken an interest in me doesn't mean that I'm gonna change what I say. Yeah,
I get that. I mean, no one should expect you to be anything that what you are, especially like again contextually, like neither of you are people that be like, oh man, these people are this.
Right, but the point is the subject matter barely matters.
Yeah, I get you.
I got squished by invisible blocks.
I've never seen somebody die that way before in Mario, I don't think. That was
level, you're doing a really
it made
good job.
perfect sense why you died, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody die like that in Mario.
That's weird.
This is
Shrunk you.
fucking hard, by the way. This looks really hard. That right there, that little jump, that looks hard.
It's not too bad, but it's definitely
You basically
getting
just
there.
need to stand on the far right block.
This is some Skullman shit right
Yeah,
here.
you need to be... Yeah, right there. That's where you adjust to the front.
Skullman. We still think of you all the time. Skullman.
Jirard thinks of you more than I.
Skullman. Thank you for subbing to Game Wispin. I'm sorry that you had to leave, but we still appreciate
I have played
you.
Mario Maker for like an hour total. That's not true. I spent some time making some levels.
Well, that's why I always say that you, like, as a internet creator, as a person of interest online, is that you're always one. I always say this: you're always one Reddit post away for being infamous.
Right.
And
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm ready to like get ripped apart because I believe in what I do. Do you know what I mean? The time that people start stressing about that stuff is either A, they like fucking sexually assaulted someone and they know they did and they're like just waiting. You know, that's when they say something like, you know, standing by your actions, you shouldn't have to stand by your actions, you know? But for me, I'm fearless about it because I believe in the way that I am. You know? And just because I'm disrespectful to you, like according to you, doesn't mean anything to me. You know? Because I think I'm being respectful. So if we're talking about morals, that's it. And if you're having trouble with that, you know, like maybe take a break. You know?
oh my god, the checkpoint! Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, but
Why do we order things at restaurants? It's because we don't like everything.
What was that?
Why do people order food at restaurants? If they expect, you know, everything that an entertainer makes to be for them, you know what I mean? Like, why do they expect every single thing that an entertainer does have to like be something that they like when people are perfectly fine ordering food at restaurants?
I guess I'm having a hard time understanding what you're saying. It could be because I'm dodging saws like I'm fucking the Matrix man right now.
If I went into a restaurant and I was like, give me the thing. If you didn't order at restaurants and they brought you out food and you were like, what the fuck is this? What would that restaurant tell you to do? Get out, right? But instead, over the years, we've come up with a system so that people don't get unhappy at restaurants, where you get a menu of items that you can choose from, so that you can make sure that you get something that you like. Because of the simple fact that not every person alive, and believe me, no one is more aware of this than I am about food, especially because I'm such a pusher of stuff. You know, I'm such a like, you gotta try this type guy. You know, not everybody likes everything, and we should celebrate people for those things, for those differences, as much as we celebrate them for how much people are the same to us. Which is why I think it's crazy to like get on the case of people for saying shit that makes you uncomfortable. That's all. Like, taking the time out of your day to be like, I was uncomfortable.
bro, I'm a big believer in like.
Oh shit.
Oh damn, I forgot about this. This part's a little rough. I'm a firm believer in like I don't like censorship at all, and so like.
Well,
I
people
agree
say
with you in
that
the
all the
sense that
time.
it's like you're saying what you're saying because you believe in who you are as a person. I agree with that because that's pretty much explains how I talk every day. You know, I'm not afraid to say shit that might be uncomfortable, but sometimes it's either out of like irony or out of trying to make a point. You know,
well, it's just a lot of the times with something like free speech, people are all for it until they get insulted.
themselves personally. Yeah. I'm the kind of person that's really hard to offend. It takes a lot to push me to a point where I'm like, whoa, you know.
I agree. I get grossed out by people in positions of power that abuse that power.
I think for me, I get upset. Like, I don't really get offended. I get offended when it's like someone has like a particular problem with me as a person, so much as like.
But that's like a personal problem at that point, right?
Right. So like, if you're like, oh, you're fat, you have a beard, and I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, I don't.
Bullying. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't care. Like,
that's not
okay. Your opinions of this are different. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that. But when you're like, hey, the way that you treat this person or the way that you interact with this person is not good because X, Y, Z. That's when I'm like, okay, wait, let me take a second to reflect and go, was it a personal matter or was it did I fuck it up? A prime example the other day was and this is, I think I talked about it on Bureaus a while ago. We guest starred on Couch Fighters. We did Gang Beasts.
a fucked up game.
And
Almost killed Brett.
What's up?
Almost killed Brett.
Almost killed Brett from laughing so hard. I had a great time playing with everyone, but there were a couple of comments that were not happy with me. And I usually am like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Like, I get it. Sometimes I don't bring my A game when it comes to performances. There are really some episodes of Beer Bros where I'm like not really engaging or I'm checked out, whatever it may be. But the thing that got me was that one dude made a very long comment, and his comment was how like, you know, my attitude on Couch Fighters is the reason why he or she does not like the Completionist or Beer Bros anymore, because it's very like, what was the word he was saying? It was very fascinating stuff. What the fuck is going on here?
The thing.
Oh my god.
But the thing
Oh my god.
the thing that's interesting about that, right, is like, right, if that was me, right, who that comment was directed towards, right? If I was like, hey, fuck you, dickhead, right? If I just said that, right?
Yeah.
More people would be mad that I did that. They'd be like, well, that's not a good way to handle that.
Right.
And it's like, fine, you know, I don't care that even people say that, right? But everybody still gets judged for everything that they say. You're not gonna ever escape that, right?
Of course.
But what I'm saying is people just can't handle the fact that other people say shit. It's not evil to say shit that you disagree with. Like, if somebody else says something that you disagree with, it's not evil that they did that. You know what I mean? Somebody like fucking, what's his name? What's that guy's name? The like guy from Breitbart who's like gay.
Milo
Yiannopoulos?
Oof.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Right? Fuck that guy, right? But not fuck that guy for saying what he believes,
Right.
right? Fuck that guy for not believing what he says and just being a shithead.
On purpose.
You know what I mean? I take issue with the fact that he's a dumbass, you know, who's not being educated. He's not being smart with the way he talks, right? And I'm allowed to say that because of the same thing that lets him say the dumb shit that he says,
True.
right? So the fact that people treat the situation like the rules are different than that is what annoys me, right? It's your thought process that I take issue with, not the fact that you're offended. I don't think you shouldn't be offended by me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes you're gonna get offended, deal with it. You know? And then you're still free to judge me on my full body of work if you want to tell me I'm a bad person.
For sure.
Or if you think, you know, like I'm blind to like something that I'm intolerant about, you know? It's fair for you to say it, you know? But
Yeah, absolutely. You have every right to say what you want to say.
Yeah. But so do I.
Absolutely.
That's all. And I think that the dialogue between, I don't want to say celebrity, but like person of notoriety and person who follows that person, I want to be clear that the person who is being followed has no responsibility to the people that are following them. Unless literally you do in like a situation like, you know, a sponsor or a commission or Patreon.
But just to be clear though, because I want to be clear for your sake, Alex, because the way that came off is like you don't think someone like Logan Paul is responsible for what he did.
He is responsible for what he did.
Right.
I'm saying he's allowed to be a dickhead, right? He's allowed to be a shithead, right? But I'm also allowed to say I fucking hate Logan Paul because he's a dumb piece of shit who doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I just wanted to be clear because
I'm saying Logan Paul doesn't owe
I just
us.
died via crotch split.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
Neither have I.
I'm saying Logan Paul doesn't owe us an explanation for what he did. You know? But he's dumb as fuck and he's ruining his career because he's a dumbass.
Sure.
That's why he sucks. It's not because he went to Japan and he's an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Regardless of whether or not he went to Japan and was an asshole, he's an asshole. Just because he made a video about it, like, I think the video is very, very awful, very poor taste. But the point isn't that he made the video. The point is that he went to another country and he was a dickhead, which I think is stupid. You know? But what I'm also saying is, and I want to clarify another thing that I said about, like, Patreon. I'm not beholden to the patrons. I'm beholden to the terms of the Patreon. That's the only time that you are entitled to something of ours, is when you buy it from us or you pay for something specific to happen. Like, Defend It happens because people pay us to make it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But what we do on Defend It and what we say on Defend It is still our own.
Right. And you don't have to pay us to make it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I really like stuff that's crowdfunding, but it's also, like, crappy because...
Chris, is this the last fucking portion of this? This is bullshit.
This is
Yeah, you're just about done.
This is some rough shit. The worst part is they have to wait this whole time before you can jump on it again. It's like begging you to take a risk to save time. Don't.
What's Beard Bros mantra?
I think we have to stop because we've been doing this for like 15 minutes.
You totally can.
Yeah.
Yo, I know we got sidetracked this episode, but I think we had a great time today.
Yo, sometimes the Beard Bros get real. I don't care.
There's nothing wrong with that. That was like some good ass
D-Man,
conversation.
you made a very difficult level, one that I could not beat. Kudos to you, my friend.
It was a good level though.
I loved the design of it.
The man was thinking. The man was thinking when he made the level.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I'm sorry I couldn't beat it, but thank you for facilitating our conversation through today's episode. It was a great one.
Yeah.
All right,
Sometimes you got to be clear.
The finale.
Dude, look at that guy who beat this level, though.
Oh shit! I pressed the wrong button.
Go back to that level real quick. Look at the guy who beat D-Man's level. He looks like he beat D-Man's level.
Chris, punch in on that. That's me for the past 5 years.
Zoom in
6
on that
years.
and then play like low, like slowed down version.
Yeah, look how you can see it.
Happened to me.
You can see on the map where you were, Jirard. You were right there.
Oh yeah,
You're
look.
right, yeah,
but
it
you would
was.
have had to do a leap of faith at the end.
Oh my god, I was at the end. I literally was at the end. I just had to have gone to that last
It's all good.
block. What a bummer.
It's
That's
all
okay.
good.
You killed it.
It's all good. Alfred W will continue to be that guy, and now you're free to play
All right,
track car survival.
next time on Beer Bros.
Peace.
Bye.
Pete's.
We are